I'm no longer interested in seeing how much I can actually get done in a day. The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. I remember there were days where I would just push through being tired, but that's not the case anymore. My younger self would not listen to my body. I would do the things that I thought that I needed to do. I would stay up late. I would get up early. I would tell myself that this is how I needed to operate. But those days seem like they're actually over. I no longer have a desire to push through any situation. I no longer have any desire to work hard at a relationship. I don't want to fight. I don't want to force anything. I remember feeling like there was this expectation, this understanding that life is supposed to be hard and relationships are supposed to be hard, and you have to work for the things that you really want in your life. I grew up with that understanding and that lens that I was looking through. And now I finally realized that that was completely inaccurate. Life doesn't have to be hard. I don't have to force relationships that don't naturally work. I don't have to force people to see me, to see my value. I don't have to work hard to get ahead in life. All of those years when I was doing that, I was overriding the natural cues in my body. I would dismiss the tightness in my solar plexus, in my heart. I would dismiss how my body would tense up. I would dismiss all of these intuitive cues that were being given to me. And I was listening to guidance from people who had more life experience. There's a saying of work smarter, not harder. And I don't know, it's taken me several years to finally embrace what that actually means. I go up to see my parents on a regular basis, and they're obviously from a very different generation and still hold on to these ways of doing things that just takes more time, it takes more thought, it just takes so much more energy. And I'm finding myself actually saying now, I have zero energy to give to that. I'm not going to die on that hill. While I can understand that there is some safety and security in maintaining a regular schedule, and that feels safe, and that's what people know. But I also see how much more time and energy it takes to maintain this schedule. It doesn't look fun. The way they talk about it, it doesn't seem fun. It doesn't seem like they're having fun doing these things, these regular errands that they need to run, and how they have to go pick up everything themselves, and they have to make all of these stops themselves, but yet resist giving up their process. And I've said this, I have explained that there are different ways of doing this, and no, we've got to do it this way. This is how we've always done it. We've always went there. We always do this, and then this is how our day goes. Part of me is frustrated that I feel like I'm having to unlearn how not to live. That I was raised in a time where we just did things the hard way, and we were told that everything had to be difficult and it was a struggle. And if it wasn't a struggle, if it was too easy, then it really wasn't a big enough goal. Because things are supposed to be hard, and relationships, you really have to work at them. And it was a complete lie. There isn't any relationship that I'm going to enter into at this point in my life. If it's hard, I am walking away. My perfect person shouldn't be a struggle. My perfect person shouldn't have a hard time understanding what I'm saying, shouldn't have a hard time seeing me and my value. They won't have a hard time getting to know me. They won't have a hard time loving me. We won't have a hard time communicating. And I'm not saying everything's going to be easy, but my God, it doesn't have to be this hard. And I've reached this point in my life where if something's hard, I really look at, is this even right for me? And a lot of times, no, it's not. I see other people in relationships and they're working at trying to come together. It wears me out, and I'm not even in the relationship. My perfect career right now, it's not going to drain me. It should be easy. It should be an easy flow. And why am I having to unlearn this? Why am I having to shift my thinking about this? Part of me is a little, well, maybe a lot, upset that my generation has spent so much time making things hard because somebody told us that it only really matters if it's a struggle. My energy has been low lately. For whatever reason, whatever's going on, I don't have a lot of extra energy, and it has forced me into being very selective in what I can do and how much I can do of it. And isn't it interesting how life just kind of forces change? Never would I have thought, well, I hope that I, get tired easily so then I can really prioritize what matters in my life. I would have never have asked for this, but it's here. And now I'm having to really consider, I'm only going to do what matters the most and what I want to do. And if I don't have the energy for it, then I'm not supposed to do it. My body is actually forcing me to live better, to live differently. Maybe I actually need help doing some of these things. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing some of these things. And maybe some of these things don't even matter to me. And what really does matter? And I'm looking at that. What matters? What is worth my time and energy? What is going to increase my level of energy? There have been some days lately where it's like, there isn't much that gets a spark out of me. And I'm realizing that's okay. It is okay to rest. It is okay to take time to heal. It is okay to take time to recuperate. I am thankful that I do have the time, that I can relax, that I don't have a million commitments that I have to follow through with. And frankly, to be honest, I would probably just cancel some of them. Life is speeding up. Things are happening faster. And I realize I don't want to be doing some of these things anymore. They don't bring me joy. They don't bring me happiness. I am ready and willing to just let them go. And I don't have to be right about it. If you don't agree, that's fine. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to try to prove my case. My body has been needing more downtime. And I am learning to just embrace it. And listen. Listen to the messages of what I actually need to be doing. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.